welcome to another edition of New Days, New Problems. And today I'm going to talk about this. As some of you might know, this is my main guitar. Early 60s Czechoslovakia and Yelena Tornado. This is my main guitar, and actually my musical project is named after this wonderful instrument. This is hollow body, great guitar with 3 pickups, very retro sounding, and it perfectly fits the sound I want to achieve, I'm trying to achieve, and my style of music. And the trouble came actually. Well, as you can see, this is quite old guitar, and according to the website Yelena.info, if I'm correct, I'll put the link in the description. It was made in 1963, so this year it's actually celebrated 60th anniversary. This is 60 years old guitar, and there's a lot of vintage instruments, and especially guitars. It has its own problems, and one of the main problem with Czechoslovakian guitars of that era, with the Yelenas, is the binding. As you can see, it has very distinctive, very beautiful when it was new binding. This double binding on the body, on the neck, and initially it was white plastic, but with the time being this plastic loses some kind of chemical ingredients, and it became very fragile and turned into the dust, basically. And as you can see, I've already have missing parts there, and things are very, very bad on the neck, on the lower neck. As you can see, there's almost missing the entire binding there. So it's a common problem, it's very well known, and there's no beautiful solution there. All you need to do is to replace the binding. In theory, it's not very complicated job, but I've never done nothing like that before, and I'm pretty scared. And it's quite costly operation if you're making, if you're asking a master to do this. So I think I'll try to do it by myself. And another problem that came with the age of this instrument, the frets are starting to falling off, and actually the 5th fret popped out, and now my main guitar is unplayable. Unfortunately, loaded strings are not. It's a disaster. So what I need to do is I can't refret guitars, so I think I will ask master to do this. It's unavoidable, unfortunately, but I can. If I talk about the binding, I will try to figure it myself. I'll switch the camera and talk about it a little bit more in detail. So this is the neck and binding on the neck, and you can see more clearly what's going on. Well, first of all, it's quite wide, as you can see there, when it's missing part. It's quite wide binding, and it's partly covered with paint, as you can see there. So about a half height of the binding is covered with the paint, and this is one of the tricks that I need to do, is take a very fine razor blade, very thin, and cut the paint on this where the wood joined the plastic, to avoid painting to peel off the guitar. And then I need somehow to get the right paint and cover the half of the binding after I installed. And I've already bought a new binding. It came from China, and as you can see, it's a little bit higher than the initial binding, about a couple of millimeters, maybe 2 or so. And what I'm going to do is, firstly, I need to disassemble the whole guitar, and it's a good chance to repair the electronics because it became quite noisy and the switches not working really. Oh, sorry, that's a lot of dust. Switches are not working really correctly. It sometimes failed, and so I need to disassemble the whole guitar and took off the old binding very carefully, and not trying to ruin the painting, not trying to ruin the finish, because it's a beautiful finish. And then I think I'll make an outline of the guitar on some big piece of paper, and using hot air, I will bend the binding on the corresponding the silhouette of the guitar, and then apply it to and reglue it to the body of my eyeliner. So, as I've said before, it's theoretically not a really big deal, but I've never done this before, and my hands are, as I say in Russia, grown from my ass, so it's scary, actually. It is scary. And a small update in my microphone that I was restoring in my previous video. I managed to completely disassemble the upper part and save all the crucial parts, the main parts that holds the ribbon, so I don't need to replace them. All I need now is to get a good cleaning again, some rest cleaning to the meshes, to the cloth that was covering the ribbon itself, and all these little parts that holds the ribbon. I need to clean them and wait for the new ribbon and the new screws to get it together again. And also I've ordered the special glue that was holding these parts together, so it's a little bit performed, this part. And also what I'm going to do this next, I need to repair this unit, the amplifier itself. I need to clean it up, so I think I will unsolder these parts to take apart this completely and give it a nice winding guard bath to get rid of the oxidized things. I will replace the main wire, the signal wire, because the shielding is just rot away and fell apart. And then I will replace the capacitors, these old Soviet capacitors that really quickly became unusable, and check out the transistor and get the thing together again. But with my current main problem, my guitar, I think I will slightly delay restoration of this microphone, because it's not as crucial as my main guitar, because I can be named Alternator if I don't have my Tornado. Hey. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.